Welcome to the Pamu Podcast, your go-to neoliberal getaway.
Welcome to the Pamu Podcast.
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 Now, sit back and imagine you are in your designated cubicle, wasting your physical energy.
For the glory of the corporation.
For the glory of the corporation.
For the glory of the corporation.
For the glory of the corporation. Take a 5-minute lunch break and enjoy.
Welcome to the Pamu Podcast.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. It's your boy, Nomadic Sage. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all the social medias. We're kicking at you, not live. Okay, Vlad, introduce yourself.
I'm glad I've introduced myself. I'm Sonata. I don't know.
Just do what you said yesterday, bro.
What the fuck did I say yesterday?
You just said I'm Vlad, I'm Jewish.
I'm glad I'm Jewish. Okay, I said the thing. Lance.
Hey, I'm Lance. Like I said before, no one knows me except 4 people. I'm doing this now. Hi.
Hi.
Hey. Yo, it's
I'm an alcoholic.
It's me, Cleo Contra. I'm yeah.
An alcoholic.
Yeah. A bit of an alcoholic too, I guess.
It's an AA meeting. Online. Careless.
Yep. I'm deep green. I jerk off to nature. Follow me for awesome pictures.
Alright, are you guys ready for the first fucking question?
No.
Alright,
I know what it is and I'm not ready.
Alright. Well, I'm ready. I have a good rant for this one. So, what is better, ass or tits? And then there's another follow-up question: tights or feet? I'm gonna have to go and say that I am more critical of ass than I am of tits. I believe all tits are great, but like a disappointing ass is more disappointing than anything else in life. And I'd probably have to go with tights. I don't really give a fuck about feet. Right, next.
Fuck. What do they mean with tights?
Bro, tights.
Yeah,
like Superman tights, right?
Yeah, like tights.
Like pantyhose.
Like pantyhose. Okay.
Or like tight yoga pants or some shit.
Wait, so why is that a choice between tights and feet?
I don't know, but they asked it. So go with it.
Fuck. Alright, okay. I'm gonna go with I'll go with both ass and tits.
You can't do both.
I can.
Or. I didn't say either or.
No, I don't fucking care. I'm breaking the system. I'll go with both because I'm more of a hourglass kind of guy myself. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you don't really need like tits for necessarily the hourglass figure, right?
Yeah, you do.
Do you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't
I
like
guess
without
you do,
tits,
actually,
it's called like a Coke bottle or something? If it doesn't have tits, but it has a huge ass.
Oh, isn't that just? I thought that was just a pair.
I don't know.
But honestly, are we just gonna like state aesthetic preferences, or are we just gonna like back it up with some
Well, like an ass you can get if you do a lot of squats and if you're like healthy and shit. Like tits, though, a lot of people are just born with tits. You know, some people are born with smaller tits.
Can't confirm this. I can confirm.
What about
always get like implants though?
Yeah, but isn't like huge tits like a sign of fertility and or plastic surgery?
Lance, you and I were talking about this whole like bodybuilder thing with the whole
Yeah.
breastfeeding thing. About the bodybuilder who like breastfeed, who his girlfriend like quit her day job to like breastfeed him. So it is like fertility, but it's also like just, you know, transhumanism, literally.
What the fuck? So wait, this girlfriend, she breastfeeds her bodybuilder boyfriend?
She
Every
actually
2 hours.
she actually quit her job to do it like every 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool kink, honestly.
Chad, right?
Does he pay her?
No, I said that she's basically his slave.
Right. You're not gonna mess with that guy.
No.
Hey, Carlos, what's your opinion, bro?
You know what? I don't objectify women, right? I see their personality. They can grow moss, I love them.
If they can grow moss, I love them. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Isn't that kind of an objectification, though?
It is, but moss is the biggest landmass thingy on the planet, and it's like everywhere. Fungi is cool, and that's it.
He's really getting into character here.
I think what Carlos is trying to say is that he has a mommy kink, right? Because of he's into Mother Nature.
Yep.
So this for him is.
Oh, this is Freud. Look at you.
So you're gonna go. So if you have a mommy king, are you gonna go with huge tits and like fertile hips?
Yeah. So basically the same as you, but for Mother Nature.
Wow.
What does that mean? If you're an ANCAP, you basically like enjoy like BDSM with your mother?
No, if you're an ANCAP, you're not for nature, so you're like into traps, right?
Wait, hold up. Let's go back 1 second. So you like Mother Nature, Mother Earth, whatever, but isn't the Earth flat? So wouldn't that imply that the Earth does not have tits?
Oh!
Or an ass at that point, if it's completely flat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you don't even have an opinion.
Yeah.
There, I have
just
an
in
opinion
defeat.
for you.
Fucking back it up.
But the Earth is thick in some areas, like.
No, it's not.
Himalayas.
It's a hologram.
It's Tupac, actually.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the Himalayas?
Have you seen the pyramids though? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, like if you haven't been to every
man-made by aliens, though.
If you haven't been to every single place on Earth, then you can't really like Earth.
Yeah,
because you're not objective about it.
Alright, can we move on to the next question?
No, hang on. I want to see Carlos change his fucking opinion.
Okay.
What? But what?
I mean, because you're objectively wrong. So what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be tights or feet?
You know what? I am against tights because they represent fishing nets, and I hate overfishing. So I'm going for feet. It's a more natural choice.
Fat mouth.
Thank you.
Okay, Rafa, you haven't said your piece on this fucking topic.
Well, I don't know. Aren't I a bit biased or no? I'd have to go with tits just because.
Wow.
Well, I know the downsides to them too, though. It's really painful, like for your back and stuff. So maybe, like, I don't know if people have ass pains or not. But if we're looking at it from like a holistic standpoint.
I mean, tits can be fucking lethal. Do you know that like some obese people, like their tits are so big that they crush their lungs?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
I
obese,
actually have a
right?
story. I actually have a story about this too.
Were you obese? Did your tits like crush your lungs?
Oh no, not me.
Wait, Cleo Contra, tights or feet?
I'd have to say tights, just because there's so much variety and I don't know. Feet are like, I don't know. I don't know how people, but I mean, like, people make money off feet and not off tights. So with both questions, you have to look on like holistically, and you have to look at like monetary or capitalistic type of thing.
It's about authenticity, then, right?
You can sell tights. I feel like tights is a bigger industry than feet. By far.
I mean, have you ever seen like a beautiful woman wrapped in like beautiful tights? Like, I mean, that's Instagram famous right there.
Isn't there like
Have
a
you
whole
ever
like?
seen a beautiful woman wrapped in feet? Yeah, no, exactly.
Isn't there like a
I
whole,
mean, that's Instagram famous too.
Isn't there like a whole like sub genre or like kink for like that exact area where like thigh height or knee high tights like pinch the fat of the thigh. I've seen so much stuff about that.
That's for anime weeaboo people though, right?
Yeah,
that's
and
where
then
I
they have
see
like
that.
the super fat knees.
It's because they fucking wear the tights and they fucking see like their thighs like have like muffin tops and shit. Literally, like the blood circulation just stops.
Or like purple around there.
Yeah. Lads, you had a fucking story about your best friend.
So, I have family who work in like emergency care type of situations. So there's a lot of crazy stories that happen. But anyway, when we were on the subject of tits and like getting hurt, so I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want people like chase down my family and be like, oh, hey, did this story happen? No, but either way. So emergency care unit, this woman comes in. She's clearly like overweight, obese, and she smells terrible. But she comes in and is complaining about how her chest hurts and how her boobs hurt. And so they're like, huh, that's interesting. I hope she doesn't have like cancer, so we're going to screen her, check out anything, see if anything's wrong. They find out that the smell is coming from her boobs, only like she's just so fat that she didn't notice that cockroaches had gotten in under like the folds of her
what the fuck
of her shit. It laid eggs in there.
Oh,
it gets better.
Take a fucking shower.
The cockroaches didn't have anywhere to go, so they just ate into her.
Oh.
So that smell was her flesh being exposed and consumed by baby roaches.
That doctor is now gay. I can probably guess.
Shower.
What the fuck?
She probably turned him like straight, like gay, like seriously gay.
I heard a story. A lady came in saying that she has like lower stomach pains. They didn't know what the fuck was going on, so she was also obese. And they found out she had a miscarriage that she didn't even realize. So they had to scoop out a dead fetus that's 2 months old.
Oh my god.
Yo, can we move on to the next question? Can we do that, please?
Tell a story too, but
did we all think that this is gonna be like cool and sexy and hot, and then like
yeah, let's move on. What's the next question?
Okay, we can't do the next one, but I'll read it anyways. It's listen to us read CCRU, but take it literally. Vlad, that was a dumb question.
What the fuck? We can do that. I have it right here.
I don't want to fucking read it.
All right, yeah.
I want to read my immortal.
Yeah, we can do that.
Alright, you ready for this? This is a pop culture question coming from Zach Barclift.
The state of popular aesthetics in 2019.
Alright.
Thanks, Zach.
Ariel is going to be played by a black woman, and that is the greatest aesthetic out there since the documentary of Wakanda.
What even is aesthetics? Like, I asked this earlier, and no one was able to agree on any sort of like cohesive definition or explanation.
I mean,
bro, aesthetic is aesthetic.
Because there is no fucking cohesive definition at any fucking period. It's just a shit ton of like different kind of aesthetics.
Thanks for using the word in the definition.
Yeah.
Well, like,
it's aesthetic, bro.
Aesthetics is a lot of aesthetics.
It's like art and culture and bullshit like that. What's your opinion, bro, on the aesthetics of 2019?
My opinion on a number? What?
Do we even have aesthetics this year? Because like last year it was like Harambe.
I just told you the greatest aesthetic so far.
Last year was not Harambe. Harambe was
that was like 2014.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Time flies fast, man. Fuck, I'm getting old, dude.
Vlad comes in like 2 years. He's like, so like you hear about Coney 2012?
Coney 2012.
You guys really gotta help these kids. And we're like, what the fuck?
He's coming back.
He's still in the jungle.
Is he?
No, didn't the guy who wrote the article was caught masturbating in a public park?
Really?
Yep, he wasn't masturbating. He was just walking around naked because he had. Oh, there's a huge story about this. He explained everything. So he had a huge mental breakdown because they never caught Coney, and he felt like he was responsible for all these children being kidnapped, and the fact that the UN never caught the guy, and a bunch of people donated to his movement. So he felt like it was his burden to catch this warlord in the jungle of Uganda, and it never happened. So that was just eating away at him as he was getting more and more news coverage, and he just suffered a full-blown mental breakdown and just went out in the public naked while he was suffering from delaria.
It wasn't just that, right? It was just he got all this fucking press and media attention, but when they were organizing some kind of march across the US, 500 or 400 people came when 1 million or something registered.
Yeah, that was another thing that happened. But there's a lot of...
What?
Yeah, it happened. No one really talked about it because after a week, everyone forgot about Coney 2012. And he's probably, still out in the jungle starving to death, but...
You guys are forgetting that all of this altruism he's doing and masturbating in public is for the kids. So you guys are being hypercritical of him, He
wasn't even masturbating, though.
He wasn't masturbating.
Yeah, but he did it for the kids.
He walked around for the kids. Good for the kids.
There was some rumors going around that the next James Bond will be black. Thoughts?
I'm down.
I'm down for it.
Yeah. Is it Idris
Elba?
Yeah, he's a hot guy. He's a hunk.
When's it going to be released?
I don't think it was confirmed, but I feel like there was some rumors going around.
Oh, it's just conjecture.
I feel
didn't he make a post complaining about the reaction he's getting? Is that the problem with being a black James Bond? Oh, I'm gonna make so much money from this. Oh, it's terrible.
No, probably.
I remember something like that.
Hey, more money, more problems. I mean,
you got it. Any more fucking aesthetics 2019? Because literally, what the fuck happened? 2019. It was all a
Megan
blur.
Thee Stallion came out with an album. So did Rico Nasty. Just came out with
Toy
an
Story
EP.
4 came out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
the way I look at it is there in 2100 will there be a Wikipedia article on the main page of 2019, and there will be some significant event that has to be listed on the 2019 main page
Zoomer
of Wikipedia.
consciousness is
North
becoming
Korea.
a thing.
Oh, Trump's tweets probably.
Yeah, North Korea too.
What about North Korea?
Yeah, but Trump was like the first president that visited.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
People dying from trying to take the best selfie for Instagram. There's like a whole list of people's death, like long list.
Like falling off of buildings and shit.
Trains and yeah.
Okay, that's pretty aesthetic. Are we ready for the next question? Okay. Review of that Chinese Marxist anime. Did anyone watch that?
Oh, is that the one about Marx?
Yeah.
I didn't, but I can just pretend that I did.
Implying that I watch anime.
I didn't either.
So I watched it. I didn't. I watched it with dubs on.
Oh, nice.
And it was about Marx.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was about Marx. And he said some stuff, man. Fuck, what a guy.
What a fucking guy,
What
right?
a fucking guy.
I mean, that Ingalls, boy. They were people. Yeah.
I mean, they didn't like fucking put in the part where he was like fucking leeching off Engels and he had to sell his fucking pants for beer.
Oh, damn.
But like the Chinese Communist Party is not gonna do that, will they?
They might.
They might, yeah.
You never know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, next. We're ready to move on?
Yep.
Okay. The next question is
Free will, free will, free will, free will.
Wow.
Free will doesn't exist. We good with that one?
Yeah, just no explanation. Okay, free will doesn't exist. Next question.
Okay, corporate structures in cyberpunk media and how to achieve them.
What do you mean by cyberpunk media? Like corporate structures?
I don't know what it's corporate structures in cyberpunk media. Do we even have a cyberpunk media?
Dude, people need to stop asking stupid questions. Like, what the fuck do you even expect us to do? What was the other one? What was the one last week that someone asked? They're like,
white people.
No, I asked that one and you put that in. There was another one. I forgot what it was, but it was just so stupid that you guys couldn't even, like, figure out what it was trying to mean.
Okay, so according to Wikipedia, there's a whole Wikipedia page of list of cyberpunk works, and it's basically like a subgenre of science fiction, and there's nothing in this list that we know of.
Isn't it vaporwave cyberpunk?
I don't know.
No,
probably.
No, isn't that the other one? Not vaporwave, but
Outrun.
Outrun, yeah.
Outrun is pretty cyberpunk. Also, what's that film? That fucking
Alien.
film that came out.
Tron.
Yeah,
Tron is pretty cyberpunk, isn't it?
Tron is on this list.
There was that newer film that came out.
Ex Machina, whatever is on this list.
Is that cyberpunk?
Ex Machina is not cyberpunk.
Yeah. It's on this list.
Well, they're wrong. So what do they mean by corporate structures? Are we like trying to make up like corporate structures?
I think they're probably talking about like the the film industries that control like the production of this type of subgenre. Like,
if we're going by the genre though, like corporate structures are essential in cyberpunk media, like just in general, because like everything's a corporatocracy in cyberpunk. So I don't know if they want us to explain like, oh, it's how to achieve them. Well, it's already being achieved, right? Like, Jeff Bezos is going to go to the galactic level, and we're going to achieve communism, right? So
they put RoboCop on this list.
RoboCop's a good example.
That's cyberpunk as fuck, bro. Judge Dredd.
Oh yeah, Judge Dredd.
And The Matrix, too.
Is The Matrix really cyberpunk?
The Matrix is non-fiction, dude.
I wouldn't consider it cyberpunk. Because it's like aliens. It's like aliens taking over, right? And then
Matrix?
Yeah, because like alien robot things.
Matrix was robots.
Oh, those were robots?
No, Matrix is non-fiction. It's not cyberpunk. And iRobot is not cyberpunk because it has Will Smith in it, and he sucks out any kind of fucking.
I guess what this like question or the person that submitted it is trying to get at is that in a post-capitalistic world, our whole main focus should be to build a cyberpunk empire and remove every corporate structure possible.
And I agree with that.
Priority.
I mean, I agree with that
for this person.
Like, so what we have to do then is kind of like come up with a business plan for.
Oh fuck! Blade Runner is cyberpunk.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we achieve cyberpunk then?
We're doing it right now.
Yeah,
yes, anime. We need anime.
Yeah.
We need
to transcend capitalism.
Transcend?
No, we have to embrace capitalism further.
Yeah, the hyper-capitalism. Go further into the way of the market man.
I'm not saying we should. I'm saying in their perspective of the corporate structures thing that they think we should transcend it. But of course, we need to accelerate it.
We must double down on capitalism to achieve corporate communism.
Yes.
Okay, we're good. Next question.
Yeah, that's what Mark
This
said.
one is by fucking Lance. A reading of My Immortal. Have that ready on
at the end. I have it ready, but let's do it later. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Come back to that.
What is My Immortal, by the way?
Oh, you'll find out, don't worry.
Okay.
You guys don't know what it is, you'll find out.
Okay. The Effects of Memes on Discourse by Rose.
Bazinga.
Okay.
I feel like that could be a whole podcast on its own.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
have ruined Discord.
it's like, yeah, I guess it's just like watered down, like, discourse.
Is it watered down, though? It's not necessarily, though. you can make everything like bite-sized and like accessible. I think that's the point of like, you know, it's kind of useful as an educational tool as well.
Yeah, but it's still watered down, right? Like you fucking
You
read
lose out on a
Adorno.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, but
I
it's
think-
watered down for the sake of like making the learning curve a bit easier to grasp.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
but
is. It
that's-
is anti-marginalization praxis. It is
Right.
exactly what Pamu is.
I mean,
I
that's
think-
what
Right.
that's what Pamu is. But like, according to Adorno, though, you're like fucking doing that liberal fallacy where like everything should be comprehensible to everyone at the
Yeah,
same
it's for
time.
profit. That's the difference.
But
Yeah,
you can
obviously.
make memes about Adorno to, you know, introduce people to Adorno's ideas vaguely, and they like, ooh, you know, you give them a little taster session, basically, you know, just a whiff of,
Yeah, but it's
you know,
not
this.
it's not atonal, man. It's not authentic. You're wrong.
No, but the point is, it can become, you know, atonal, and that's the point. It's like, for me, it's like a transition course, a stepping stone. Memes are stepping stones for the brighter future. For the memes by memes.
Okay.
That was
think-
beautiful.
I think
That
this- I think memes are like the abstract of an article. Like if you're writing a paper and usually you make the abstract look amazing and like you're gonna talk about the best shit ever, and then it's really just like a summary but like hyped up. And so I feel like memes sometimes they just try to condense like the most important shit.
Right, but like,
Period.
how many fucking people look at a meme and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna read into this"?
That's what I mean.
people.
They don't.
No.
I'm saying that like most of like these works could be like really like watered down or like long types of things, but then like the meme will take like the most important thing or like the most
absorb
hype.
memes through osmosis.
That's a bad thing though, because like people will see something really stupid in a meme form, like someone won't even understand what they're making a meme about, and then the person who sees the meme will be like, "Oh, I agree with this." So like we have unironic people running around calling themselves Nazbuls because they saw Nazbul memes. And like the whole reason Max Stirner is famous now is literally because people on like lefty pole memed him. And a lot of those people got him wrong too.
Yeah,
That's why Nietzsche is a Nazi.
according to public opinion as well.
Yeah,
Nietzsche is a Nazi.
but like what I'm saying though is I think
Nissan.
memes are bad. I think memes are bad. I think memes are bad because especially when people like don't know what they're talking about and they make a meme, other people will see that and then their interpretation of that meme will just subvert the original purpose of like whatever the meme was trying to represent.
Oh yeah, it's an echo
It sounds to
chamber.
me like
Like
you're
a-
just an
echo
elitist
chamber.
and you're trying
Yeah.
to suppress
It
the
is like
memes.
an echo chamber,
Yeah,
right?
I
It's
am
like
an
a
elitist.
fucking broken telephone, right? It's like
As
one
long
fucking
as you put
person.
as long as you make the meme kind of in a funny or edgy or whatever you fit, like you make it fit a certain format, people will agree with whatever it's saying or like it because there's a whole culture like echo chamber around that type of meme or like type of format of doing a meme, right?
I still think like Peterson is a good example of like a meme person that actually can, you know, lead to some good. You know, it's making like everything like shit. But if you read the books he recommends and he actually like instead of like, you know, going on his fucking podcast, but actually reading books and shit he recommends you, and like reading Young and shit, you can develop, you know, a taste for something. Of course, the majority of people will just take, you know, him as a god and the new god emperor. But if you actually take it as a, you know, learning stepping stone, you can actually achieve something. And
Well, that's
for
like-
me, that
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. That's wishful thinking, man. Because like for
No,
the most
it's
part,
just-
they're just gonna like stop at the
It's
Peterson
Velcro, bro.
interpretation. They're just gonna stop at Peterson's interpretation of it. They're not just gonna go into and read that shit.
No, but that's always
Yeah,
going to be
that's
the
true.
case that, you know, people who are more educated will choose to, you know, educate themselves even further, or, you know, who have some brain cells, they're going to start to think for themselves. You know, Rick and Morty doesn't make you smart, but, you know,
People who are
different
more
ways
educated
to-
are not gonna listen
Yeah.
to Peterson in the first place.
Okay, hot takes. We need to move on. All right.
Yo, no. This is good discourse. It's free of memes.
Yo, we got more questions we
You
gotta
need
go
to-
through.
Zine
Alright,
is
next.
marginalizing our discourse.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, I am. I'm imperializing. All right, you
Nazgul.
ready? You guys ready? All right.
Go for it.
Byung-Chul Han versus Baudrillard versus Foucault vis-a-vis power. Foucault is the best.
Why?
Synopsis
Foucault.
on.
All right,
Young
I'm gonna be.
obviously.
I'm gonna be honest. I love Gabriel. He's a great guy, but most of the time I don't fucking understand what the fuck he writes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, none
this
of it
even a
makes sense,
question?
honestly. I'm not really sure. I don't see how Bojaro fits into this power thing. Like, I don't know if we're talking about like hyper reality, but then it's like only him anyways. Should we move on?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a good one.
This is a good one. This one was by Vladivlev.
He's a pretty cool guy.
A world with Madam Williamson as president.
Oh man.
Beam energy. Okay, next. We're good.
What the fuck?
No one said anything.
Fucking Space Force, but it's Earth Force. Right.
Okay.
Health.
Okay.
What's that noise?
What the fuck's that noise,
what's
dude?
that noise?
He's like metamorphosizing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's the beam energy. It's the beam energy. Oh, fuck.
Are you like farting into your mic?
Go back to the question, which is, world with Madame Williamson surprise. What do you guys think about it?
Yo, beam energy.
What do you guys think about it?
Wasn't she, didn't she have some connection to MK Ultra?
Yeah, she.
Yo, was that a thing?
She taught miracle classes.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
And now she's running for president.
Is it interesting? Is it surprising?
Do you think Williamson is gonna be like the fucking Russian Putin, where she's like goes from like being the KGB into like authority position for the next 15 years?
15.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Question by the Lancy man: Hinduism and Western chauvinism. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Oh.
Obviously.
Nay. Yeah, probably nay.
Yeah.
Hinduism is great, but
Hinduism is not great.
Hinduism is not great.
But
Why is
the
it not great?
influences that it's had on philosophical traditions are great, but that does not make Hinduism itself great.
okay,
Why
I
is
agree
it
with
not
that
great?
one.
Because, like, by that fucking account, you can say that, like, oh, like, any kind of effect on the fucking philosophical tradition is, you know, just because it is an effect, should be preserved and is great by that, and so is Jordan Peterson.
So what you're saying is that Hinduism is basically Nazism.
It promotes a caste system that is pretty restrictive, and there are apologists who say that it creates harmony within the culture it permeates, or that it's not that bad. But like, that's my opinion. I think it's bad.
You gotta
so
think
that's why I
of
like
it, but you gotta think of it in the right way. There is always a caste system within every system. Hinduism just points it the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's proper that way. We should always point out our caste systems.
We already have like social stratification. It just is more like covert.
Yeah,
like it's not
it
like
is not
overtly pointed
acceptable.
out. Yeah. No,
I mean-
well, it's not acceptable, but it exists. And whether we like it or not, we still have upward and downward and horizontal, vertical social mobility.
Oh yeah, like we have
and-
social mobility, but Hinduism doesn't allow social mobility in the caste system.
Which is why it's completely compatible with the corporate hierarchy.
Yes. So
Alright,
corporate monarchies that embrace Hindu characteristics. That's
Yeah.
the
But we
future.
can still, Azim, you and I can agree that Hinduism is aesthetically valid.
Yeah, it's very aesthetic.
It's
That's
not.
the move.
Hanuman
It's-
is like the greatest god ever, dude. I don't know what you're talking
All
about.
the aesthetics that are a part of Hinduism can just be like exported out of it into like other philosophical traditions. So like you don't even need to be a fan of Hinduism to like it. You can be like a transcendentalist and be like 20 times better.
Yeah.
Hot take. All right. Any more opinions?
Carol
This question shit. I don't see those two things being compatible if you go back to the question Hinduism and Western chauvinism.
Oh, well, that was a joke question, mostly because Zach Barcliff got mad that anyone criticized Hinduism and called them a racist or Western
Oh
chauvinist.
yeah, I remember that.
um,
I was kind of expecting him to do the question as well.
Hey Zach, if you're listening, I love you, come on the show.
Yeah. We can't wait for you to get on the show. But also,
Call me
fuck
Stacey
you.
Segan on the show.
I have to be on that episode.
Okay, are we ready for the next question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Psychoanalysis as satire. Are we ready for the next question?
Hold up. Psychoanalysis as satire of wait, so it's so wait, like, is it of psychology or is it a satire of whatever structure it's trying to propose, like the fucking Oedipal triangle?
That'd be a good question to ask the person who asked the question. Yeah, who asked that? Who asked that so I can find them?
Max Wright.
Listen, Max.
I have 300 confirmed kills.
Okay, we ready for the next one?
Sure. Yeah.
This one is by Cleo Contra. How Yang will complete the system of German idealism. He already has. He came back from the future to tell us how to achieve it, and no one is listening.
Facts, big facts.
Do you guys know how to complete the system of German idealism?
It can't happen. It's perpetual. Like, that's not even a thing that can happen. You can't complete German idealism because it just keeps going.
Don't you have to become like a god or something? Like reach the absolute?
Thing. Lance, you're so pessimistic.
Saying that Yang isn't God?
I mean,
you're a dedicated neo-lib, but I'm disappointed.
I mean, he's God in that sense, but not in the German idealist sense.
What do you mean? He's both.
Is it because he's not German?
Yeah. And not
he's not idealism.
He's not an idealism.
Oh.
Or a system.
I guess he's a materialist god. You could say that. It's a great question.
Okay, are we ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Oh man, we're so effective.
Oh, this one's funny. Like alright, this one was take down option of state of popular sex in 2019 in this poll. It's too late. Unfortunately, that one had more votes, so it stayed in.
Yeah, but
alright, this one's a hot one. Alright, ready? Antifa discourse. This one's by Sam Klinger.
Fuck. Here we go.
I know exactly why he asked that question too, because I saw a post he made with like 200 comments. So
nice.
Yeah.
Punch Nazis, punch commies, make a profit.
Is he asking what the discourse is?
Yeah, just the discourse on Antifa in general.
Terrorist organization that hates Mother Nature, promotes violence.
I mean, it's like a perpetual dynamic between the far right that fucking serves no one but the upper class.
Isn't Antifa a perfect example of the horseshoe theory?
Yes.
How violent the left can become?
Yes. But like, because they're called Antifa, like you can't criticize it because you're then anti-Antifa,
which is just pro-fascism,
right? So we can't do that.
Wait, but Adorno actually said that it's a negation of a negation. If you can negate a negation, you can get a positive. That means you didn't go negative enough the first time. So
I love Adorno. Oh my God.
Dude, Adorno was a fascist.
As a Jewish Marxist, yes.
As a Jewish Marxist,
who literally called everything fascist, like pop music.
Yeah, he was just like,
these things aren't fascist enough for me. I'm a bigger fascist than Ebola.
That's why I'm upset.
Super fascist, nice.
Super fascist.
Yeah.
Are we ready for the next question?
Did we talk enough about Antifa? Did we satisfy everyone's fucking...
I feel like we could have talked more about it, but at the same time, I feel like we talked enough about it.
I mean, what is there to fucking talk about Antifa, anyway?
I don't know, Antifa's pretty
reactionary.
Pretty reactionary, yeah.
Isn't it the praxis, and isn't Antifa part of the fighting force, you know? Philosopher kings are neo-lib politicians, and then Antifa is the guardians of the neo-lib states.
Yeah, that's true.
It's also a brand, right? Because like there's like Antifa jackets for $500 online,
like Gucci.
Oh shit! We need to make Antifa shirts.
Yeah, we do.
That's something we need to do.
We do need to do that, yeah. Should we make Proud Boys shirts or not?
No, that's demonetized content, fam. Dude. That is not a profit. Okay, ready for next question?
Sure.
Okay, Christian democracy versus integralism.
Integralism, like
the
far right pseudo fascist thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, right?
The fuck?
I would have to go with Christian democracy.
I'm gonna go with versus.
Okay, are you ready for the next question?
Versus just have society be a battle royale.
Yeah.
Whoa. King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Oh man, the next question is a doozy.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I just thought...
Cringe erotica readings.
That's not what I was talking about.
Oh wait, what was the next question?
Oh, My Immortal is going to be a cringe erotica reading.
Yeah.
Got that covered.
Oh, that's good.
It's talk about your favorite exotic dishes from around the world as allegories for schools of philosophy.
Talk about your favorite exotic dishes. Why did I say erotic? I really enjoy food, and food is like the philosophy of the stomach. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, bro.
Vlad and I already know the answer to this one, right?
Sure.
Stuffed grape leaves. Right?
What?
Stuffed grape leaves?
Oh.
Stuffed grape leaves?
I was thinking of sushis, but it's kind of similar.
Yeah, sushis are fascist enough, and they have give you allergies as well as a reaction to.
Yeah, like a single sushi roll is makes us weak, but
I feel like when you eat sushi, you're just praising the Empire of Japan, right? Which is anti-imperialist praxis because they aren't white.
Did you know that they make houses out of sushi roll bundles? It's really strong.
It's actually covered in titanium.
Birds come in and eat that, though.
No,
they have birds in Japan? I don't know.
No, they don't.
I think birds are made by the Japanese, right, to spy on the rest of the world because birds aren't real.
What is real?
That's not even a hot take. That's just reality.
Palestine is real.
Oh.
Okay, fuck. Yo, are we ready for the next one?
Wait, Lance. What about you? Fucking give us an erotic dish.
So, pizza, because my
exotic.
Yeah,
quote unquote.
my favorite famous philosophers, Antonio Gramsci and Julius Evola, both like the same person, remind me of pizza because they both had similar ideas, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And
Gramsci was basically a fascist, right? Because the alt-right used a lot of Gramscian tactics. So he basically just helped create fucking the meme war. He got Trump elected.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, see, this reminds me of what I said a long time ago, how basically the far left and far right just copy each other's strategies, yet think they're so much different.
Yeah, bro.
So they basically prove horseshoe theory all the time.
Okay,
hold on.
Hold on. If Gramsci was a pizza, would he be Hawaiian pizza? But Evola would be like margarita, because embrace tradition.
Evola would be a barbecue pizza.
Barbecue pizza, you fucking pagan.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I ate barbecue pizza, I almost threw up because I didn't expect it to be barbecue.
Yeah. Fun fact, my first exposure to porn was big sausage pizza.
Nice, good one. We need to do a podcast over the philosophy of porn and pizza.
Pizza porn.
Pizza is in child pornography, you mean?
I'll pass. Yeah, I'll definitely.
Let's not do Pizzagate. Sorry, that was not the move. Demonetized. All right. Are you guys ready for this next question?
Yeah.
Wait, did we want to do cringe erotica readings? I guess we kind of just did.
That's My Immortal. It's coming up.
Oh, okay. Jason asks, read the AXSYS chapter of the CCRU by the Hour Workweek.
I can do it.
I feel like we should do a reading of CCRU for a podcast.
I have it right here.
Oh fuck! You want to read it right now?
I can read it if you want. Yeah. I can
do it right now.
I can find the Axis chapter.
Like how he just has a copy on hand.
Yeah,
I brought this shit here to Ukraine from England.
Are you still looking for it? Because we can move to the next question and come back.
I mean, okay, fucking whatever. I can read this. Okay, spheres and degrees of the AOE. Almost certainly time travel is ubiquitous, but masked by global conspiracies. Hans Moravec robot. In a universe viewed as informational events, you should expect coincidences, telepathy, time travel, multiple realities. Jack's Blade Dimension. I guess that's it.
What does it even mean?
You know what?
Oh, you don't get it?
Beam energy.
Yeah, you didn't fucking get it? We have to take this allegorically also.
Beam energy.
Is that the allegorical?
Oh yeah.
We must harness the power of love and use it politically. This is the end of policy. We have reached post-policy era.
We should definitely have like an episode where we read some of this because it's like some crazy shit.
Okay. Was that good? Are we ready for the next question?
Yeah, we'll get more prepared next time, Jason. Don't worry.
Okay. Lenin versus Trotsky.
Chomsky, you mean?
Chomsky.
It's like Trotsky plus Chomsky.
I like Lenin, but he was also around a lot of cats, and I don't like cats, so I have to go with Trotsky.
I hate cats too.
I hate cats too. Holy fuck!
Holy fuck!
The Hate Cats podcast.
Trotsky invented
dogs are the move.
That's why I love
dogs are the move.
Trotsky invented what?
White people.
Trotsky was the pioneer of lobotomies. So
really? Fuck.
Invented white people.
So while we're talking about cats, I just watched something a few hours ago about how like we domesticated a bunch of like our commonly considered pets, and cats were like an interesting example because we really didn't domesticate them like how we did with dogs or like guinea pigs or like that. What basically happened as like in the Fertile Crescent, as people developed society and civilization, they like started farming, and that increased like the amount of rodents in the farmlands, and so cats from like Africa just migrated in and kind of lived around humans to eat the mice. So we didn't even really domesticate them. They're like parasites feeding off of our society. That's why we gotta genocide all cats.
Reason to exterminate them.
Fucking kill cats, dude. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Deadbeats. At least like dogs have like, you know, fucking smile.
Yeah. No, and they're like happy to see you when you come home, and like I don't know, they're not. Cats are just like needy and annoying, and.
Did you also know that all of our dogs originated from East Asia?
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. Like so.
I thought it was wolves.
Yeah, well, we domesticated a common ancestor of the wolf and the dog, and then as humans migrated, they took those dogs with them. So like there was two branches, one that went to Europe and others that went to like China. The ones that went to China and became like those kinds of dogs eventually migrated back west to Europe, like through Iran and through like the Middle East. They eventually replaced all the Western European dogs. So every like dog that we know of comes from East Asia.
Where are you getting this?
Dude, the plane of Neo-China has been from the beginning. They've been imperializing our cultures from the beginning, bro. What the fuck?
Can we trust this information? Is it from a reputable source?
Same thing with horses too.
Lance probably just stayed up at night, like writing it all from memory, like just like cyberpunk style, just like. And he's like, "Did you guys know?" Like.
No, I went back in time and I saw it myself happen.
Holy fuck! Right.
I trust you.
Okay, we wait for the next question?
Yeah.
I think this is the last question, then we read the fucking thing. Intelligence and spirit. Bad question. Alright, do you guys have anything?
Not even a question.
No, it's not.
Right.
There's another question.
Oh, there is? What is it?
Read L. Ron Hubbard, but unironically.
Hubbard.
Oh, L. Ron Hubbard was a black man, and his real name was L. Ron Oyabambe.
What?
You need to stop.
It was, no, did you just add that? Okay,
Yeah.
but anyways, yeah, if you're not familiar with L. Ron Oyabambe, you should look that up.
Good talk.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Should we do My Immortal?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna put like music in the background, so there's gonna be like aesthetics as fuck. Guys, get immersed, close your eyes, and listen to Lance's beautiful voice.
Okay, so the reason why I wanted to do My Immortal, if you don't know what it is, it's probably a good thing because you're going to come in fresh with an open mind, but it's essentially a fan fiction that takes place in the Harry Potter universe, and as all true neolibs, we all love Harry Potter.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah,
True.
Ravenclaw.
yeah.
Yeah.
Voldemort,
Honeycomb.
Gandalf.
Yeah, Gandalf, I love him.
Aragorn.
You're a hairy wizard.
So, and this
You're
is
Targaryen. Oh, sorry. Okay.
this is a very, very creative piece of fiction. It's very well written too, and that's why it's really famous. And
I've read it. It's great.
it stays very true to the Harry Potter source material with characters and everything. And I think as like true neolibs, we can take inspiration from it to develop our own sort of brand.
Here, here.
Yep.
Okay. The author is unknown, which makes it all the more interesting. So I'll get ready into reading it. Vlad wants to cue the music.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, there you go.
Da, 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 da.
John Cena.
Da, da, da.
Here we go, Chapter 1. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness, Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony black hair, that's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. If you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerald Way, but I simply wish it because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin, I am also a witch, and I go to magic school called Hogwarts, in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell. I wear mostly black, I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. Hey, Ebony, shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. But then, I heard my friends call me, and I had to get away. Chapter 2. I'm gonna read down to the bottom of the page. I'm not gonna read the entire thing because it's got several installments. The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took my giant MCR t-shirt, which I use for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put on my hair in kind of a messy bun. My friend Willow woke up and then grinned at me. She flipped her hair waist-long, raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Maryland Mansion t-shirt with a black mini fishnets and pointy-tailed high-heel boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick with white foundation and black eyeliner. See, there's a trend here.
OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday.
She said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said blushing.
Do you like Draco?
She asked as she went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted.
Yeah, right,
she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me.
Hi,
he said. Hi, I said flirtily.
Guess what?
He said. What? I asked.
Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade,
he told me. Oh my fucking god, I screamed. I love GC. They're my favorite band besides MCR, of course.
Well, do you want to go with me?
He said. I gasped. I'm gonna leave it there.
Yo, you gotta pay for my fucking cancer treatment.
What?
Fucking MCR ruins everything.
Is there more?
You fucking hear that shit, you know it's going downhill.
About 14 more pages of this. I read about half a page. But the story continues on. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to spoil like the next 2 chapters, but there's like 20 of them.
Hold on.
So it goes on.
Hold up, before you spoil it, why don't we just read more of it next time?
Oh yeah, well we can read more of it. I mean, if you want.
Should we make it a weekly thing where we like explore a chapter every time?
We could we could make the voices, right?
I'm gonna get brain cancer by then, because it gets even worse.
Great.
Well, I shouldn't say it gets worse. I say it picks up. Now you guys have something to look forward to.
How are we gonna fucking name this episode, dude?
I don't know. Degenerates talking shit.
No, it's gonna be something about like My Immortal
Fouls?
No,
unironically,
leave the dicks out.
Unironically, I used to tutor a little girl, and during tutoring, I would read her favorite book, which is like Descendants, and it's exactly like this. And I'd have to do the voices for her and everything, but she was like 8 years old. So
that's great. I mean, what we can do then is next time read some of CCRU and My Immortal. What a fucking mix!
That's gonna be wild. Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, well, tune in next time, you fuckers.